Alright guys, I already tried shooting this video once today, and about halfway through the video I realized half of my subs weren't moving nearly as much as the others. Came back here to investigate and realized one of my amps was on slave. So that's what happens when you're installing late into the night and you don't double check everything before you start demoing. So let's redo this again. So starting over, 12.5ks are in. Again, we've got green light go on both amps, and this one is no longer on slave mode. I don't know if anybody caught that in the last video. We're wired to 1 ohm right now. I've got all this crazy 8 gauge wire doubled up going into each lead of the amp until I get 4 gauge. The plan is to run 4 out of the amps to the speaker terminals and drop these things to 1/4 ohm eventually, but I don't have the fuses right now. I don't have the lugs for the 4 gauge. I do have the 4 gauge cable here on hand, but the plan was to test today at 1 ohm and see how we compare two 12.5ks at 1 ohm to 4 8500s at ½ ohm. And the thought process is we're going to lose on the meter, but we're going to gain voltage stability. With the 8500s, there was only 1 sub on each amp. I never measured rise, but if you assume I was rising, say 2 times, from ½ ohm times 2, you'd end up at 1 ohm per amp. 4 8500s at 1 ohm is 8,000 watts a piece, give or take. The 12.5ks with 2 subs on each, wired to 1 ohm, are probably going to rise 4 times. You're doubling the rise, right? Adding a second sub. So instead of going ½ ohm to 1, we're going 1 ohm all the way up to 4, and there's only 2 amps. So our meter score should drop, but our voltage should not. And like I said, eventually we're going to dump down to 1/4, because I should have a shitload of rise now that I have 2 subs per amp. So we're going to hop in here, 15.7 now. It's a little higher than where I tuned, but that's okay. We're going to hit it with a few sealed burps in the 20 hertz range. Then we're going to pop the driver's door open. We're going to do 3 more burps, same frequency, see how we do. Then we're going to play a couple demo tracks and see how it does on music. So let me hop in here and get ready to go. So let's start out. Get back to my -5 test tones. Phone's all the way up. Bass knob is all the way down right now. We're sitting at 15.7. No 20 hertz. Get it to the high volume point. Get the meter, let's roll in. That's a 55.4 sealed at 20 hertz, baby, and our voltage barely moved. Let's bump this up. In the lanes last year sealed, I did a 57 at 22. Let's see how close we are right now on even less power. Man, just shy of a 56. We really haven't lost a whole lot sealed. This window likes to ride down, so I gotta do this crazy thing every time to pop it back up. Now let's jump up to 29 and hit it one more time. Just shy of a 55 sealed. All right, so now, same thing. Let's go back to the 20 hertz. We're gonna pop the driver's door open. Let this cabin vent a little bit. See what she does. We lost a little bit at 20, but not a lot. We bump up to 22. Is about the same, 55.7, that's phenomenal. Get this window nice and sealed again, and let's hit 29 I think I gain a little bit as I open that door as I go up higher. So let's hit the 29 hertz. Try to get forward to full volume and that's a 58.1 maybe. So those are my burp scores. I didn't lose a whole lot sealed. I did lose a little bit door open. I was burping just over a 62 door open last year. But really for, look over here at my voltage, we're still sitting at 15.6. So I didn't lose much and I gained massive voltage stability. So let's go. My favorite way to demo at shows is with my two windows down. I was trying to do this earlier and it wasn't very windy and I wasn't sure why, but it would make sense because, well, only half of my subs were playing. Dummy. Alright, dummy. Still at 15.7. So first we're gonna try, this is one of my favorite tracks. It's a classic. Where did I put it? I think I put it in New Low. Yep. Air Force Ones, classic, 19 hertz. See what she does on the meter, and then see if we can float anything.
I like to live into the dish in the khaki and only grading.
So we're still hitting 50s on music at 29 or at 19 hertz, two windows down, and I'm definitely not loudest with the two windows down. I'm louder with the passenger side sealed and the door open. We'll try that again at the very end to see what the difference is, but this is how I like to demo because obviously you get some wind factor in both sides. We'll play one more track and then we'll come back to this one and try it with the door open. So this one goes a little bit lower, 18 hertz.
For my next trick, I'll make you disappear. Joke's on you.
Do one last test. We're gonna go back to that Air Forces song and we're gonna see how it does. Passenger side sealed. If I can get my button to work. Driver's window up, door open. Go So back to that 19 hertz track. I'd probably be louder if I switch tracks, but I just like to see how it compares. So here we go, back to Air Forces. Alright guys, sorry for the ridiculously long video. I could sit here and test different variations all day long, but overall I'd like to say that I'm pretty happy, even with the massive drop in power, to sit in this thing at a show and demo for people all day, and no one's really going to notice the difference. Sure, it's fun to tap people out of 60 plus vehicles, but if I can get this thing to do 55 plus all the way through the 20 hertz range on music all day long in the parking lot at a show, I will be over the moon ecstatic about it. Hopefully dropping to that 1/4 ohm, putting solid wood doors will get me pretty close. And like I said, eventually we're going to run the cage all the way forward. We're gonna plexi the front window. We're gonna steel the dash. About the only thing that's gonna be left in here when I'm done is the fucking steering wheel and the seats, I think. Might even have to get smaller seats. But yeah, anyways, sorry about the ridiculously long video, but I know there's been some of you waiting to see what this thing would do. So I'm gonna turn off the camera and I'm gonna just enjoy this thing for myself for a little bit. All right, you guys have a great day and a safe New Year's.